need a haircut. That wasn't loud enough. Hold on. Greetings, foot fetish community. DenDenBMX here. Last time you little goblins saw me, I was doing my part in the Bally Awards, and if you guys actually watched the Bally Awards, I'm sure you guys are just as pleasantly surprised as I am to know that everyone who voted actually got all the winners right this year. If you don't understand sarcasm, that was a joke. The squid meat writers ruined it again. Shocker, I know. It's crazy, right? Who would have thought the people that love spending over $200 on aluminum Balisongs would have poor judgment? I think my category was the most ridiculous out of all of them. Like, I wonder what the age demographic was for the people who voted in my category specifically. Because it definitely wasn't anybody above the age of, I don't know, 3. If you guys think the Kraken has more of a legacy than the Benchmade 42, you are either born like earlier today or you have brain damage. Anywhoozer, it's a brand new year. We can't dwell on the past. This year I do have a little bit of a New Year's resolution. I kind of want to stop being so bitter towards aluminum Balisongs. Like, it's not aluminum's fault that it's slipperier than your girlfriend when she watches my videos. And we all make fun of Ben Shapiro for making his wife the opposite of slippery. So I don't really know why I'm making fun of things that are. And today we're going to be checking out another brand new aluminum Balisong that has been blessed upon me by one of my Balisong sugar daddies, known as Nabalis. I would love to introduce you all to the brand new Nabalis Wing. Now play that funky music, white boy, while I show you some pretty B-roll of this thing. Nabalis has come out swinging for 2024. Hot off the heels of the Trident and the Vulp Pro, we have another mid-tier, high-quality aluminum Balisong known as the Wing. But that's not all Nabalis gifted me. They also gave me this quirky little hat. That doesn't fit. How does this work? I am confusion. Oh, there we go. There? Do I look like David Dobrik now? Can I exploit you guys for content? Hey, you want to have sex with my friend Dom in my Tesla while I film it? I can't do his laugh. It's not included when you order the Wave. They were just kind enough to send me this quirky little hat. Oh, shit. Okay, hopefully that didn't destroy my hair. I'm gonna have to... I just lost the hat. My desk ate it. Come back. Oh, did I screw up my hair? Gotta make sure this sheep on top of my head is at least presentable. Now, I think I need to reiterate this more in videos. While this Balisong was sent to me for free, I'm not getting paid to make this video, although I should be. Nor is Nabalis forcing me to give this thing a good review. All thoughts and opinions from this video are my own and my own only. But anyway, back to the point of this video, which is the Nabalis Wing. Let's talk about the specs of this pretty thing, shall we? Now, the version they sent me comes with the false live blade. So while this does look like a live blade, it's not sharp. Ow, fuck. Okay, let me reiterate. It's a dull blade, but it does have a bit of a tip. I just found that out because I just stabbed my thumb like I was getting ready to do one of those little diabetes tests. So while my version does come with the false live blade, there is also going to be a version that comes with just a more traditional looking trainer blade. Now, the trainer blade version of the Nabalis Wing is going to weigh in at a total of 111 grams or 3.9 ounces, but the false live blade version that I have here is going to come at a weight of 116 grams or 4.1 ounces. So there is going to be a little bit of a weight difference and probably a little bit of a balance difference between the two versions. This Balisong is made out of channel aluminum handles, and that aluminum is 7075 aluminum, just like what comes on the Trident and on the Vulp Pro. The blade is made out of 440C heat-treated stainless steel. This Balisong runs on bushings and press-fit Zen pins. And I've only had this for a day, but so far this thing seems to have very, very good tolerances. I've been flipping it all day, and so far, there's no tap, and there is virtually no play. There's a little smidgen of a wiggle in my fingers, but I don't think you guys can even see that. They're very good tolerances. Like the tolerances on my Vault Pro and my Trident are really, really good, but I don't know, something about this particular Balisong, it feels very solid. I mean, look at the thigh gap this thing comes with out of the box. That's like a JK Balisong, except it's not disgustingly overpriced at like $11 billion or whatever he sells his stuff for now. And what's hilarious is this thigh gap is probably going to last longer than one of his Balisongs. The total length of this Balisong in the open position is 261 millimeters, or 10.28 inches if you're from the cheeseburger country. The total length of this Balisong in the closed position is going to be 148 millimeters, or 5.8 inches if you're from the one developed country that still doesn't have universal health care. The length of just the handles are going to come in at 144 millimeters, or 5.67 inches if you're from the country where guns have more rights than women. The length of just the blade is going to come in at 131 millimeters, or 5.16 inches if you're from the country that's supporting a genocide. And lastly, this thing comes with T10 pivot screws, and as you can see, mine comes in this gorgeous violet anodized fade. But there are other color variants. You could get the violet version like this. There's also an obsidian, champagne gold, ice blue, and hot pink version as well. And then lastly, Nabalis wrote me this little paragraph explaining the idea behind the design of this Balisong. And they said, the Nabalis Wing is to the people who love life and chase freedom all the way. The design theme of this Balisong, that is the wing, was created during the most difficult situation. And the wing symbolizes freedom and braveness. That is what Nabalis wants to express. The designer was inspired by wings, whose smooth lines and purely elegant feathers are a major element to the Balisong's design. And without further ado, let's get our little GoPro strap on and get some POV flipping clips of this thing. While I give my initial first impressions, of course. I'm still gonna be talking. If I wasn't talking, then you guys would just be hearing my disgusting asthma breathing, and no one needs that in their life. All right, you little goobers. Before we start flipping, I just have a little PSA to make. You see these down here? These are called cabin socks, and they are the fluffiest, coziest, warmest, most bestest socks to have ever been created. I have been existing in these since I got them for Christmas, and I think they're the greatest Christmas gift I've ever gotten. And as an added bonus, they keep my feet safe from any of you perverts. So this Balisong showed up in my mail this morning, and I have been flipping it pretty much all day, and I gotta say, I really like the way this thing flips. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that tip it's got a tip. It actually cut me a little bit earlier, so be warned if you get the false live blade version. Mine came with quite the tip to it, even though it's not a sharp Balisong. Like, even though it looks like the tip is pretty dulled, it's actually, oh, look, it cut me. Wow, how about that? So yeah, with the false live blade, I would not expect like full trainer blade safety. Like, it is not as rounded off as, say, the Vault Pro blade is. While it doesn't have an edge to it, it does come to a pretty fine point. So be careful. I want to try one doubles thing. Ow. Woo-hoo-hoo. That counts, whatever. I have been flipping this thing all day, and I actually, oh God, that was the most disgusting save of a chaplain. Overall, I really enjoy the grip and the handle design of this Balisong. The wing design on the faces of the handles especially is very grippy. And also, I just love the like anodized fade that they're doing on these wings. I think it looks really clean, especially the purple and the pink ones. This Bali feels very good for aerials. They are very responsive, very easy to time, and very fun, might I add. Ow, fuck. I've just thought of a little line. Let's see if I can get it. Ah ha ha. God, man. Look at that. Tip got me again. Ow. Ah. Look at that. Okay, I gotta start looking at this thing as if it's an actual live blade because it just keeps hurting me. I think I've been poked more times than I've actually caught that aerial. God, fuck. I did it, and only had to get stabbed like 40 times. Don't demonetize this, YouTube. I'm not bleeding out. I just got poked a few times, you sissies. Anyway, moving on. Other tricks feel really good as well, like rollovers. They carry momentum very well. This little aerial feels good. Fans of all kinds feel very good on this Balisong. Let's see. Z-chokers feel very good. Rollovers and twirls and stuff like that, like more basic tricks, they all feel really good on this Balisong. None of them feel any like wonky or anything. With some Balisongs, it's like they're pretty good at most tricks, but then there's like a handful of tricks that just feel very like unnatural or wonky, or it doesn't really, it feels like it's almost like uncooperative with that one trick. And I'm not really feeling that with this Balisong. with anything other than one trick. And it's kind of not like it's not working with me or it's being stubborn. It's just kind of a grip issue, because while I really like the grip on the faces of the handles, and even these like faux speed channels right here are also really grippy, but unfortunately, the jimping on this Balisong, like the side profile of the jimping almost looks completely flat. It's more like aesthetic jimping than like actual like helpful jimping, you know? Ladders on this Balisong, they work, but sometimes they are a little, ow. Leave a like every time this little bitch pokes me. What was I talking about? Like, what was I just talking about? My brain shut off. My brain has gone smoother than the jimping. That's what I was talking about, the jimping. It's more like just there to look pretty. It doesn't actually really help at all. While ladders are still doable on this Balisong, that's the literal one trick where this Balisong could slip out of my hands, because there's just not enough grip down here on this lower register of the sides of the handles. I think that jimping design is okay. They just need to make it deeper. If they made it deeper, it'd probably work just fine. But to quote my past self, this jimping is about the thickness of a pube, and it really doesn't help that much at all. But other than that, I think the grip on this Balisong is more than acceptable. It's pretty great, actually. Like, even though there's like that one spot where it doesn't have that much grip where it probably should, but besides that, these handles are still probably the grippiest aluminum only handles that I personally have ever flipped. There is a surprising amount of aluminum Balisongs out these days that I would say come with a sufficient amount of grip, but that's mostly because they drowned out a lot of the aluminum with G10. But this Balisong has just pure aluminum handles, and I gotta say, the grip ability on this aluminum Balisong, it's good enough. Even with this little flat spot, I think if they made this jimping a little deeper, it would hands down be the grippiest solely aluminum handled Balisong that I have ever tried. But even with that little flat spot, I still think this grip is far greater than like any other solely aluminum handled Balisong that I've flipped so far. And it comes at a pretty decent price if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost positive this Balisong is in the same price range as the Trident and the Volt Pro, like around that $120 area. Palm fans in particular feel like they have like a lot more energy with this Balisong. Like, sometimes it feels like I gotta like force the palm fan around with some Balisongs, but with this one, it's almost like the palm fan does it itself. It feels very, very nice. Same thing with, what's this trick called? Shortstops. This little shortstop to palm fan combo, I've been doing that all day because it feels so good on this Balisong. Yeah, I'm telling you, friends, both shortstops and palm fans feel particularly good on this Balisong. Hell, most of the tricks that I do regularly feel very good on this Balisong. I'd say the one that doesn't really is ladders. And that's only because sometimes it kind of wants to fly out of my hands when I do ladders. But I gotta say, most of my other tricks feel very satisfying and very fun to do on this Balisong. We'll do a double scissor and then wrap this up, if I can even get into a scissor. There we go. It was really gross, but I'm gonna take it because my hand kind of hurts. Yeah, my hand's starting to hurt a little bit because it got poked about 30,000 times. I caught that pretty clean. I'm happy with that. All right, I think that's gonna wrap up our little first impressions, like little overview, maybe review of the brand new Nabalis Wing. I think this is just another big dub for Nabalis when it comes to the, oh, Jesus Christ, me and these like really gross Chaplin saves are, whew, we really do live in a society, boys and girls. I guess that one was okay. But yeah, in my eyes, this is yet another dub for Nabalis, especially when it comes to this mid-range price point that they're trying to make these higher quality aluminum Balisongs in. Like the last three Balisongs that Nabalis sent me, the Trident, the Volt Pro, and this new Wing, they're all dubs. They're all awesome. I recommend all of them equally because I think they all flip as good as each other. Maybe you like just aluminum handles a little bit more. If that's the case, I'd recommend the Wing. Maybe you like a hefty layer of G10 over your aluminum, in which case I'd recommend the Trident. Or maybe you like something in between that the Orange Man created, like the Volt Pro, where it's kind of like the Cygnus, where it's half aluminum, half G10. I really like all three of them. I think all three of them flip very well and very different from each other also. Let me put these up against my big old tummy. I guess the Wing is the biggest one out of all of them, so that's cool. But yeah, I am quite enjoying this Balisong. It looks very clean. I love the shape of this blade. I love the design of these handles. I gotta say, as a recovering aluminum Balisong hater, I quite enjoy this Balisong, and I think it has more than enough grip compared to most other aluminum Balisongs, especially the ones that don't have any G10 layered on top of them. Like, this is just a straight aluminum Balisong that I think has plenty of grip. besides where the jimping is supposed to be. It kind of looks like there's jimping there visually, but practically it doesn't really do much at all, which is kind of the only downside of this Balisong. And I think my hands are a little bit more prone to the slipperiness of aluminum than others, so I'm not going to beat it up too much over that, because overall, I'm having a very fun time flipping this Balisong. And if this does fall within your price range of Balisongs you're looking for, I would recommend checking out the brand new Nabalis Wing. Once again, a huge shout out to Nabalis. Thank you for sending this thing over to me. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Also, thank you for the hat and the other goodies you guys sent me. I forgot to mention, when I got this Balisong, it did come with this case that has another, that has another new design over it. But it's mostly the same stuff that you get from the Trident case, I believe. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you enjoyed. I didn't actually say anything in the beginning. Oh man. Well, better late than never, I guess. Thank you guys so much for all the recent love and support you guys have shown me on all my videos. It truly does mean a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. If you did enjoy this video, please definitely let me know and help the engagement on this video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, share the video around. And if you regularly watch my channel and you haven't already subscribed, then your mom's a bitch and you smell like shit. We are on the road to 20,000 subs, and any help towards that endeavor is greatly appreciated. Real quick, I want to give a huge shout out to Cosmic Steez, Yana Kaminsky, A Horse Running, Jet, Solar Flare, and Jan Chocolate. Those are my current channel members, and their support really does mean a lot. If you want to join these guys, help support the channel in a bigger way, get a shout out in my longer videos and access to the occasional members only video, and you can go down there, click the join button. Tiers start as low as 3 schmeckles. Or if you don't want to join a membership and you still want to support the channel in that way, just as like a one-time thing, there's the super thanks button. It's like a little tip jar. I've repeated this so many times it hurts my brain. I am done being a tool. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.